everybody, it's Connie again with the Artisan Company. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm looking outside and the rain has stopped. The sun has popped out. So that means it's time to create something really fun. So let's go. Okay, today's project is going to be something extremely simple, fun for summer. You can do this with your eyes closed, guys. You can do this. Now, I'm going to use some beads here that you may have never heard of before, and that's okay. You can use any kind of bead you want. It's the total overall concept of what we're doing. Okay, these little white things right here are called wampum beads. They used wampum. They're made out of shell. These right here are actually glass ones, but you can get them made out of shell. That's originally what they're made out of. They're just little long tubes. And the wampum was used for all different kinds of things in native culture, especially in the eastern tribes. And you've probably heard of a wampum belt, and it tells a story, and it's made by all of these little wampum shells. They're usually made out of quahog shell. So that's a mouthful, I know. But anyway, those belts will tell a story if you see one of those made out of this. Okay, so we're going to use those. You can use any kind of tube bead shape you want. We're also using these delicas right here. They are lined. I'm trying to read it here. It's a rainbow storm blue. Oh my goodness, made by Shoji. And that is what they are. And look at these beautiful, beautiful seeds. You can get these beads. I mean, you can get these at Fire Mountain right here. I ordered the wampum from Crazy Crow, but look at these. Oh my goodness, aren't they stunning? Oh, my eyes are just dancing. So we're using those as filler beads. You'll need a centerpiece of some kind. It doesn't matter what. I'm using a piece of shell. It's kind of white, light yellow and white on one side, but kind of a darker yellow on the other side. So I decided to use that color. You can use any centerpiece you want, but I'm using a little teardrop shaped shell. I'm also using a Pinch bail here with to connect my shell with. You can use a jump ring if you would like to use a jump ring. That's totally okay. But this is a pinch bail, and I'll show you how to use one of these in just a minute. Bail, B-A-I-L. I have got a couple of bead caps here and a couple of flanking beads. These are about a 5 millimeter brass. I'm trying to bring out a little bit of that yellow. Then you'll need a clasp, and I'm just using a lobster claw, silver lobster claw, no big deal. A couple of 6 millimeter jump rings to connect that lobster claw. Obviously, some finishing beads on the end to make it look pretty. And then your crimp and your crimp covers. Okay, let's get our heads around this and we'll get started. Alrighty, so this is going to move really quickly, hopefully. They're pretty tiny. Some of these things are pretty tiny, so it may take a minute to thread them onto your beading wire, but don't get frustrated. Just take your time. I am using an AccuFlex or a Soft Flex medium 49 strand beading wire. I'm going to make this a 16-inch roughly, and we're going to start with putting the pinch bail onto the shell. So with this, if you can see, there's these little bitty, right here, there's these little bitty little pick things that are standing off of this bail. These are what are going to go through the hole on your shell. That's what it's going to go through. Now, you want the bail to fit pretty snugly as you can to the item that you're putting it on. So I'm going to just barely clip off a little bit of these little stems here, just so I can get a little closer fit. You get my eyes down here so I don't clip too much. And if you're clipping a little bit of it off, just do a little bit at a time. Don't take too much off at one time. And then what you do is you slide it in. You put one of the little stems into the hole, and then you mash the other side down. Sometimes you can do them with your hands. If it's stainless steel, maybe not. But this is not stainless steel, so I can mash it with my hand. Okay, there's a little bit of play in there. Can you see that? I don't know if I've got it, but it kind of moves back and forth. So I'm going to cut off just a little bit more of that stem. I'll open it back up. And if you don't want to use a pinch bail like this, that's okay. Just use a jump ring. Okay, just use a jump ring. It'll be just fine. Taking a little bit more off. Ooh, not a lot. Okay, put it back on again and clamp it together. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, now I'm going to tighten it just a little bit with my clamp, but don't do it too hard or you'll break your whatever you're using for a pendant. So just barely clamp it, and you can see, clamp it, Beverly Hills. Hillbillies. Jed, clamp it. Oh my gosh, just clamp it. Sorry, I digress. And there you go. So your pendant is ready to go. Set that to the side right there. Okay, so I've got to tell y'all this. Talking about the Beverly Hillbillies. We were watching an episode the other day, my husband and I were, and Jed was being talked to by his cousin trying to get him to marry, so Jethro would marry his daughter, and he was trying to get to Jed's money. And Jed was standing there listening to him butter him up and everything, and all of a sudden he says, Leif, would you quit blowing on the fur and get to the hive? I thought I was going to fall out. So I put that one in my repertoire. So if you hear me say that, you'll know where I got it. Quit blowing on the fur and get to the hide. Oh my gosh. I'll be back. Okay, my tickle box is now turned off. I have started beating. I'm easily amused, guys. I've started beating this, and I'm moving along pretty good. So I'm getting down to the where the centerpiece is going to be. Oh wow, look at this, guys. Look at how beautiful these Delica beads are. They're kind of tube shaped. Oh my word, look at that. It just makes that wampum shell just sing, and that is what we want. All right, you move this down just a little bit. Okay, let me get back in the screen. All right, one more of these. And then I've got a bead cap to flank the brass bead right here. Then we're putting on our shell, and it's going to go through that little disc. Then I'll put another brass bead on. Then I'm putting on the bead cap. Ah, okay, hold on to it. All right, Shaw, get it on there. My goodness. All right. One more of the little Delica beads, and then we'll start the other side. Boy, these are Stunning. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so this is what it's looking like at this juncture. Let me turn it so you can see the yellow in the shell. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Is that not just beautiful? Look at that glittery. Perfect for summer. Oh my, oh my. Okay, I'm going to continue beading. I'm going to bead it all the way up to the end because the pattern is a no brainer. Shell bead, shell bead, shell bead, all the way up to the end. And then I'll be back. Okay, I've got my section beaded. Hopefully yours is beaded if you're doing this with me. Um, we're almost done, guys. I've already put one side of the clasp on for time. So now we're going to finish the other side. And let me get over in the camera would be helpful. We set all my beads aside. And remember, you don't want it so tight that it buckles. So I'm trying to give it a little breathing room. So I'm letting it turn because you want it to be fluid. All right, so I got my finishing bead on. Next thing we do is the crimp. And then the other part of the clasp. Oops. Yep, right there. Fold the excess thread back into the crimp. And it should look like that. And then you're going to pull down gently. Make sure you leave enough breathing room. Everybody needs to breathe. I say that every time because it's important. All right, and then you're going to mash it and then fold it. If you don't fold it, it will come undone. All right, then you're going to run as much excess thread here back into the necklace because you don't want it to pull out from the top. And just take your time doing this because sometimes it goes in like a piece of cake, and other times it goes in as cantankerous as it can be. So a lot of it depends on the type of bead you're working with and if you got a lot of bead caps and things like that. All right, I'm pulling the excess through like that. I'm going to try to run it through one more. We'll see what happens here. Ah, don't pop out. Let's see if I can get him in there. Kind of holding it with my finger so he doesn't pop out. There's the end of it right there. I pulled that one through. All right, I'm going to take my flush cutter and get as close to that bead as I can and clip off the excess. All right, last thing is your lovely little bead crimp cover that goes over your crimp. Your little Pac-Man guy. All right, put him on there. Close it very slowly. Make sure you close both ends. It should be, the mouth of it should be together. Run your finger over it. Make sure you don't have any rough edges that will scratch someone's neck. Make those adjustments, and there we are. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are done. I told you this was like a really fast project. Fun for summer, and oh my goodness, just your basic little necklace made with wampum shells. Oh my goodness. How much fun is this? So much fun. And the shell, you can wear it reversed if you want more yellow or if you want a lighter color. Beautiful, beautiful summer project. If you've gotten inspired by anything, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. It sure does help me, and it helps me to know what to give to you guys next. So make your own. I would love to see it. If you want to send me some pics, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you where to send them. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.